Hunter's, there better be some tight games in this rugby this week.
Look, man, I don't know what's going on, but I will give you the rugby scores regardless. It is week 19. It is the international episode. So you will get your rugby scores. Whether they're close or not, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Okay? But before I get to the scores, I do want to kind of give you guys a little heads up as to how we're going to do my rugby corner, as Miggy has lovingly called it in our notes this week.
Yep.
I did some extra research this week on rugby, and I realized that I had only been covering about half of like the top professional rugby leagues. So I'm gonna go over the leagues that about like the
Dude, there's like 8 leagues in this paper.
yeah, and I will get there. So the European Rugby Champions Cup, which I found out is, well, not found out. I knew it was a tournament of sorts, but it is a tournament involving teams from Europe and South Africa who have qualified through their own domestic leagues. The European Champions Cup is like the the interleague European tournament. Like it is the top of the top. So a reminder, they're onto their finals. That'll be played on May 23rd. We have Leinster Rugby against Union Bordeaux Bengals. Now the European Rugby, yeah, I could really go for a bagel right about now. The European Rugby Challenge Cup is kind of the same thing, but a division down. It's like
the B list.
Yeah, like if European Rugby Champions Cup was Division 1, then European Rugby Challenge Cup is the Division 2 tournament.
Okay.
Essentially. But again, it's the same kind of European and South African teams that, you know, depending on how they do in their domestic leagues, kind of how they finish there, they qualify for these two tournaments. So the Challenge Cup's final is going to be on May 22nd, so the day before the Champions Cup.
So B first and then A.
Save the best for last, right?
Yeah.
It'll be Ulster Rugby against Montpellier et Vaud Rugby. The Super Rugby Pacific League. So that's one that we have been covering pretty much every week so far. This league, I found out, includes teams from South Africa, New Zealand, and Australia. May 8th, the Crusaders beat the Blues 36-20. So not close, but not absolute blowout. The Chiefs beat the Reds 31-21. So not bad.
I'm giving it to you. These games are a lot tighter.
It's okay. It's getting close. Highlanders beat the Waratahs 31-26. Okay. So May 9th, Brumbies beat the Force 32-15.
Okay, we're getting a little further here.
I need you to take a deep breath. I need you to meditate for like half a second because I don't want to lose my head after the score I'm about to give you. The Hurricanes beat Moana 50-17. Yeah, I'd leave the room too.
What?
But it's okay. It's okay. I will give you the standings, and it will make sense why it was such a blowout. So there are 11 total teams.
Yeah.
The Hurricanes are number 1.
Down weird.
Yeah, the Hurricanes are number 1.
Yeah.
And now I want to remind you, they beat Moana 50-17.
Okay.
So keep your ear out for where Moana stands. Okay. So Hurricanes are number 1. Chiefs are number 2. Blues are number 3. Crusaders 4.
Moana.
Brumbies 5.
Okay.
Reds 6. Highlanders 7.
Moana.
Waratahs 8. Drua 9. Force 10. And 11. Moana.
So it was number 1 versus dead last.
Yeah.
So Avalanche versus Vancouver.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey.
It took him a second.
You agreed to it.
Agreed, then thought, and then went, hey, ho.
The Hurricanes have a point differential of 257.
Huh?
Okay, they are in round like 14
Oh,
of
okay,
their
okay,
games.
okay.
No, these teams have played 13 to 14, well, 12 to 13.
It's
games
not
each.
like Chicago.
No, where it's been 6. No. So the Hurricanes have a point differential of 257. Moana has a point differential of 291 in the opposite direction. Their point differential is negative 291. So Moana's point differential is greater than the Hurricanes, just in the wrong direction. So when I say first versus last, I mean first.
It's like Goliath versus Toothpick.
Yeah, first versus shouldn't even be in the league right
That's like going to war, like a nuclear war, armed with a toothpick.
Oh yeah, it is Hydrogen Bomb versus Coughing Baby, the sequel.
That's a point differential of
5. It's about 548.
Yeah.
About that's exactly what it is. What do you mean about?
I'm sorry, I don't know when my mental math is good or not. I always have to assume it's not. But anyway, yeah, it is.
It's
Am I
48.
okay? Am I reading this right though? Moana is 1-0-11.
Yes. Moana has a win. You want to know what the best part is?
What?
Their win came in their first game. At one point in time in this season, they had a 100% win rate. They beat Drua in their first week game.
Okay, so you're telling me that these Moana Pacifica team showed up this season, went first game, win, yeah, we like our fans, whatever. Went home, came back to week 2, and went, how do we play?
Yeah. They went, how do we play? And they nailed up 11 losses in a row.
I think the only thing sadder than that are the Mets right now.
It really is. You want to know another not so fun fact about this league right now? So, the standings points difference between 10th and 11th, so Force and Pacifica, is larger than the point difference between 1st and 4th and the point difference between 4th and 10th.
So Moana just sucks.
They are just bad.
Which, no offense to the athletes, but like...
I mean, right, that's what you get with competitive sports, though, right? You will always have that team that is a bottom feeder. That is the nature of sports. This is pretty pathetic. Unfortunately.
Spoken like a true sufferer.
Hey, man, look, I am a Vancouver Canucks supporter. I have seen the worst. I have been a Toronto Raptors fan for years. I saw them when they were at their worst. I know what it's like. I get it. That is the only scores I have for the men's side of international rugby.
Okay.
So instead of going through the scores, I am going to list off the extra leagues that I'm going to be trying to implement into my rugby corner for the weeks going forward. So, here are some of the other top rugby leagues worldwide. So you have the top 14, which is a France-based league, which is widely considered as sort of the richest and highest talent pool rugby league in the world. So when they say top 14, it's not just the top 14 of French kind of professional domestic teams. Like, these 14 are highly likely to just be the best 14 professional teams in the world.
Okay.
Outside of international competition. Obviously, there are 14 teams. Duh. They play a 26-round regular season. So they have 26 regular season games. The top 8 move on to the playoffs. So they have quarterfinals, semifinals, finals.
Okay.
They are currently in their 24th round. So they are a couple weeks out of playoffs.
Yeah, they're just closing in on the standings and all that stuff.
The next league is the United Rugby Championship. This league boasts teams from Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Italy, and South Africa. Rugby. So there are 16 total teams. They are divided into 4 kind of geographical divisions. So you have sort of 4 teams from Ireland. You have 4 teams from Wales. You have 4 teams from South Africa. And then Italy and Scotland each have 2 teams that are kind of put into the same pool.
So beer and pasta share a pool.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty
So
good pool.
you have sort of 4 divisions of 4 teams. And each team will play their divisional rivals teams twice each.
Yeah.
So each team will have sort of 6 interdivisional teams.
Yeah.
And then they will have 12 outside the division games to play each of the other 12 teams once.
Okay.
For a total of 18 rounds of regular season play.
Okay.
With this league, it's kind of the same thing. The top 8 move on to the quarterfinals bracket. They go 7 weeks, they go finals. They are on round 18.
So they're last week.
They are in their last week of the regular season.
Okay.
So next week, when I have sort of scores and stuff, it'll be onto postseason. It'll be onto playoffs. The next league, the Premiership Rugby League.
This is new. I haven't heard you talk about this one yet.
No. So this is an England-based league. It has 10 teams.
Do they have tea time?
Oh, probably.
Like every time you score, you gotta drink tea. Pinky up.
They probably have a tea table at the corner of each end zone.
Dude, I'd watch to see that score, and you just see a bunch of grown men running to the tea table to drink tea.
Not just grown men. Big grown men. So they have 18 rounds of regular season. They do their playoffs slightly differently. It's only the top 4 that qualify for playoffs. They're currently in their 16th round.
Mm-hmm.
On their website, they also explain which teams go on to participate in the Champions Cup and Challenge Cup, which I mentioned earlier.
Okay.
So of the 10 teams, the top 8 will qualify for the Champions Cup, which is kind of the Division 1 sort of like big tournament. And the bottom 2 teams will kind of get quote unquote relegated to the Champions Cup.
Okay.
Or sorry, to the Challenge Cup. Now, the last sort of professional men's league that I could find that's kind of like up there in this kind of bubble of like top of the top is the Japan Rugby League 1, which by its namesake is Japanese based.
I kind of find it funny because in your notes it's written Japan Rugby League 1 in parentheses Japan.
I just had to make sure I knew exactly where it was from.
Okay.
Not that the name, completely gave it away. Kind of like
I just didn't know if that Japan was more Japan or
No.
Japan.
No, it's kind of like the way I wrote, top 14. No, I had to just write it again to make sure I reminded myself that it's 14 teams.
Okay.
So the Japan Rugby League 1 has 12 teams, 18 rounds of regular season, top 8 go on to the quarters, and so on and so forth. They are playing their quarterfinals games this week.
Okay.
So all of these leagues are nearing their end. And as I stated, even though they're kind of nearing the end of their seasons, going to try to integrate them into the next few weeks, just sort of as these leagues finish up and whatnot. Now, onto the women's side of rugby.
We got them women.
The Women's Rugby Six Nations. They had their 4th round of games this past week. And they were not close. The closest game was Ireland beating Wales 33-12.
Chris, we started this episode. I said I want a tight score.
England beat Italy 61-33. It's okay, because that's not even nearly as bad as France beating Scotland 69-28.
Vive la France.
Vive la France. The standings at the end of round 4, England is at 1, 4-0. France is at 2, 4-0. Ireland is at 3, 2-2.
They're too busy getting drunk.
Yeah. I said Ireland at 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Italy at 4, 1-3. Scotland at 5, 1-3. Wales at 6, 0-4.
My boss would not like that.
No. This tournament is a 5-round tournament. So with 6 teams, each team gets to play the other 5 teams once. So the final round of games,
for sure, it's gonna be England and France.
Yeah, the final round of games will be played May 17th. It'll be Wales against Italy, Ireland against Scotland, And the match of the tournament, England against France.
It's almost like they knew it was gonna happen. Went, let's put it last.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, England and France have the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever and draw. If draws exist in rugby.
Draws do exist in rugby. I'm not sure if draws exist in tournament play for this, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, is that even if they do draw, England has a better point differential.
Mm.
So, there is no way for these two teams to tie.
I see.
Either France wins and gets first place, or England gets first place, right? Like that's just kind of how it is. Now, I did manage to find some professional women's rugby leagues, which, I'm not trying to sound sexist or anything. I didn't know existed. Genuine. I wasn't sure. I knew rugby was getting bigger, and especially sort of at the women's collegiate level. I didn't realize that there were actual leagues. I thought it was kind of like how women's hockey was before the PWHL.
Hold on, did we change the lock on the door? I feel like if
this one doesn't have one.
Ned, yes, I see it right there.
I feel like if we talked about rugby, she's gonna show up again.
Oh yeah, our intruder from last episode. But no, so I thought that women's rugby at the professional level was kind of like women's hockey was before the PWHL was introduced. Sort of, you have these international competitions,
but nothing's set in stone.
But nothing's set in stone. I thought it was kind of like that. I was wrong, and I'm happy that I'm wrong. So there are two professional women's rugby leagues that I could find. There's the Premiership Women's Rugby League, which is just sort of the female side of the Premiership Rugby based in England. They have 9 teams, 18 rounds of regular season. Top 4 move on to their playoffs. They are currently in the round of 17. Probably their 17th round of the game. So they're nearing the end of the regular season, going into the playoffs. And the other professional women's league that I found is the Women's Elite Rugby League, which is actually based in the States. Okay. So it's a North American-based woman rugby league, which I don't think the men have, but the women do. It's a very young league. I think this is either their first or second season, but they are on the ups. They have 6 teams currently. They just started. They are 2 games into their season. Okay. And looking at the schedule, I think each team gets 12 games. Okay. I couldn't really find too much on their website, but that was what I could find at the time. So, again, many, many more rugby leagues than I thought were out there. And there are many, many more, but just kind of second or third division leagues compared to these ones that I've mentioned. These are kind of top international leagues outside of just general international competition. Yeah. So going forward, going to try to implement more of these as long as I don't take too much time away from the other 2 gentlemen in the room and their
well, now I feel like we gotta check into more stuff.
And now I feel like I have to fucking follow La Liga and Serie A.
Why, me?
I feel like we should be following La Liga.
It should be anyway. Boys, gentlemen, do better.
Okay. I have a full-time job, fuck it.
But that does it for my rugby corner. So, speaking of allowing you gentlemen to do better, I will hand the mic off to the 2 of you.
I think I'll do an Uno reverse and hand it off to Jay so he can start so I can clear my throat a little bit.
Well, you shouldn't have drank an entire cup full of iced tea now, what should you?
It wasn't a full cup.
It was a full cup.
A cup and a half.
Yeah! That's even worse! Full cup and a half.
Alright, so we'll move on to IPL. Wednesday, we had a match between Sunrisers versus Kings. Sunrisers take the win by setting a target of 236 and Kings not being able to meet it in 20 overs. Now, Thursday, Super Giants take on RCB and take the win by 6 runs at the end of the 19th over, meaning that they had to actually hit an out of the park 6. Now, Friday, we're moving on to Delhi Capitals versus Kolkata Knight Riders. Knight Riders take the win with a low target score of 147 in the 15th over.
That's a lot of balls left.
Mm-hmm. Now, Saturday, another sad week for me. Royals versus Gujarat Titans. Titans set a score of 230, and Royals out in 154.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Royals are on a bit of a slump in the league, whereas
Did they get 154 or 152?
152 actually. I'm reading another score.
All out halfway through the 16th over is also very sad.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they were on pace to even get it with 20 overs, but that's just insult to injury at that point.
Yeah, and Titans, to be honest, are on the up and up, and they are currently leading the league in points with 14 points at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, 229, 4 wickets and 20 overs is a very solid game, so can only imagine that they're kind of on a hot streak at the moment.
I mean, speaking of hot streaks, Super Kings on a bit of a hot streak as they take their 4th win in a row this week.
Not hot streak.
Yeah, so 208 for 5 wickets in the 20th over, they take the win against Super Giants. And then the second match for Sunday, RCB versus MI. RCB takes the win, 167 for 8 wickets in 20 overs. And yeah, like a low target, but close game.
We like close games here, unlike rugby.
Yesterday, Kings versus Capitals. Capitals win with 216 runs at the end of the 19th over.
So with 6 balls left.
With 6 balls left, the target was 211. So they were tied at 210, and then at the last ball of the 19th over, it was out of the park.
Solid way to end it.
Oh,
yeah.
Just wait.
Are there better scores coming up?
No.
Not better scores. It's just Gujarat Titans.
Am I reading that right?
Yes, you are.
I'm reading that right. You know what? Since I'm the rugby guy that gets to say all the lopsided scores, can I say this one?
Yeah.
So, I don't know who the teams are, but whatever the hell GT is,
Titans.
The Titans went 168 for 5 wickets and 20 overs. Sunrisers. And I'm going to stutter while saying this because I'm still kind of baffled, are all out in the 14th over with 86 runs.
Yep.
Are you sure that's not a typo?
Nope.
No, they had 31 balls.
You know, they didn't get like 186 runs?
No. That batting order decided to show up. They just got escorted out really quickly.
Yeah. Showed up and left.
Yeah, it was quite interesting.
Now, for the matches next week, I think the one to look out for is Titans versus Super Giants. Titans versus Knight Raiders. As Titans are on a 5-game win streak.
Okay.
And Knight Raiders are middle of the pack, but on the up and up. They're finally finding their groove.
So 2 teams that are either finding or have found their groove.
Yeah.
What I do like about the IPL, though, is we have games every single day for the next week.
Oh, no. It has been a game a day, minimum.
I mean, as North American sports fans, there are always days where, a league just has nothing. But, apparently the IPL has figured it out. It's just no. 1 here, 1 tomorrow, 1 in 2 days, 1 in 3 days, 2 in 4 days.
Yeah, so it's 6 games Monday to Saturday, and then 2 games on Sunday. So a total of 8 games a week.
You know what? They got it right.
All right.
It's just that with the time difference, the Sunday matches start at 4 a.m. for me.
For us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and trying to watch the games isn't exactly the easiest thing.
No, I'm trying to figure out a streaming service, but it's just not working at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, Sky Sports does not have the rights for it.
Oh, making it hard for sports fans to watch sports.
Yeah.
How unusual.
How unusual.
Now, before we move on to the other Premier League, I want to talk about motorsports real quick.
Yeah.
So new regulations for F1 came in.
Oh, new regulations.
Mercedes isn't allowed to use their compression ratio anymore.
Oh, why they get caught with it?
Well, everyone knew they were doing it. It's just that the rule book said that when the compression ratio is measured at ambient temperature.
Okay.
But Mercedes' compression ratio at ambient matched everyone else's. But when it heats up, the ratio went higher and they could put out more power.
Oh, so it's just another chronicle of Formula One teams figuring out ways to design their stuff where it's within the bounds during the ambient tests. But
as soon as you've done one lap, you're all of a sudden shooting for
all their parts just transform the moment the cars are actually going anywhere.
Yeah. So they can't do that anymore.
It's okay. It's only a matter of time before they figure out another loophole.
I mean, one of the bigger loopholes there would be the compression ratio changes in piston, not the pace.
Yeah.
Right. Like now, peak superclip power increased to 350 kilowatts, previously being 250. So more power.
That will take it.
The maximum permitted recharge, though, going from 8 megajoules to 7 megajoules.
So higher limit, lower recharge.
Yeah, higher limit, lower recharge.
I mean, I don't mind.
So you're gonna get shorter bursts of speed for over the race.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
So
I mean, it's definitely
rubber
better.
banding doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Now, maximum power available through the boost is now capped at 150 kilowatts. So when you're boosting through a straight, you only have 150 kilowatts that you can use instead of your entire battery.
Well, that's just a waste of a battery capacity.
Yeah.
I think that what they want to do is they want to maintain a speed through corners and straights alike. But that's not racing, that's just sim racing.
Yeah. Like
it's just at a point where they're trying to make it so that it's always tight, and I don't follow it all that much, but at what point do you just make all the cars the same and all the things the same and all the speed the same and just have all of them in a horizontal line just driving?
Just off started it. Yeah, that's kind of
or just have them do a lap on their own and just count that. Just make qualifying the main race.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that racing is supposed to be racer against racer, not this whole, you've got, 10 different teams with 10 different designs, and you could have, Verstappen is the best, example, the best driver on one of the worst cars, right? It's kind of one of those things where it really should, I think you're right, it really should be, it should either be all the cars are the same, or, change it to sim racing, right? It takes away all of the danger, and you can change all the cars however you want to without having to manufacture everything, so it's cheaper too. So it's the decisions that the F1 committee is making is just veering in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Just at every turn.
Now, speaking of close racing, MotoGP happened this Sunday. First place, Jay Martin with finish time of 41 minutes and 18 seconds. Second place, M. Bezzecchi being 0.477 seconds behind.
That's a lot better than last week with the whole buckle.
Oh yeah, the whole 40 seconds.
That was F1.
Yeah. Okay, so half a second between finishing times. Solid.
Third place Ohura being 0.8874 seconds behind second place.
So half a second to almost a second. I mean, it's close.
Fourth place being almost 3 seconds behind, and fifth place being almost 3 seconds behind fourth.
I mean,
close numbers.
I mean, hey, when cars are going that fast.
Oh, these are bikes,
right? Right. Yes, these are bikes. I mean, even faster.
Right?
I mean, so I like it.
Pretty close race.
I like it. Faster.
Yeah. We did have a crash.
Of course we did.
Marquez did go flying after he lost his front wheel like usual.
He grew wings. Sir, that's not a jump. That's a turn.
I will be completely honest with you. I do not understand NASCAR.
It's go fast, turn left.
It's go fast, turn left, right? Why does fifth place have more points than fourth?
Is that the amount of points they got from the race?
Yeah.
I think they gain points. They get points for how many positions they gain based on where they started. That might be it.
The fifth place started in 15th and ended 5th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right? They went up 10 positions.
Oh.
Right?
That might be it.
Right? I haven't I always thought NASCAR was just, you get a certain amount of points for where you finish, and it's kind of like a qualifying kind of thing again. But they might get bonus points for climbing positions, and then the guys who started first, finished first, started second, finished second. Maybe it's a laps led or best lap and stuff right, because you see the guy who finished first, he started first, he led for 74 of 100 laps. They got 68 points on the day.
Yeah.
Then the guy who ended in third, he started in 10th, led the lap for 17 laps, had the third best lap time. He got the second most points at 42. And then you have to go all the way down to the guy who finished in 5th. He got 41 points. He never led, but he jumped up from 15th.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
The guy who finished second only got 36 points on the day because he started second, ended second, only led for 5 laps. So
yeah,
I'm sure there's probably a table somewhere of this many points for that, this many points for that.
But I couldn't find it on the website.
We just don't have that right now.
I couldn't find it on the website. I was searching for half an hour. But yeah, that is it for motorsports. Let's move on to the Premier League.
Move on or move back to? Oh, Miggy's doing his evil cackle. I don't know what's going on.
Unlike Chris, I actually have 8 of my 10 games that are actually 1 point difference.
Wow, it's almost like soccer is supposed to be 1 goal difference.
Just saying, 6 of them are ties.
Wow. And with a net that big?
Liverpool played Chelsea, and they tied at 1. Brighton beat the Wolves. No surprise. The Wolves are garbage. Brighton scored 2 in the first 5 minutes.
I thought you said these games were close.
Hey, it's the one game that's off. Brighton did have possession for 71.8% of the game. So basically 72%.
Hey, yeah.
Now, Fulham got beat by Bournemouth 1-0. Sunderland versus Man United 0-0. I told you it was going to happen. You laughed. Here we are.
This game could have been an email.
Yep.
Why did anybody show up?
Man City beat Brentford 3-0. Now,
close game.
Chris.
Close game.
You looked at me and said passes, matches possession, and you're right. 463 passes for Man City to 320 for Brentford. Which is alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about 25 shots for Man City to 4 for Brentford?
Does somebody want to tell me what Brentford was doing with all those passes to only manage 4 shots? a miracle that it was only 3-0.
Yeah.
It should have been 6-0.
Now,
at least.
get ready for this. Burnley versus Aston Villa, 2-2. Again, another game I said that could be interesting. Bottom feeder versus top. Tie. Crystal Palace tied 2-2 in their game. Nottingham Forest and Newcastle tied at 1. And West Ham versus Arsenal. West Ham loses 1-0, but it's Arsenal. So, it's a win.
I mean, if it's not a loss, it's a win.
Yeah, and then on Monday, Spurs versus Leeds is a tie at 1 each.
So what you're telling me is that the EPL could have just been an email this week. We had blowouts and draws.
We had 2 further games and then 6 draws and then 2 one-goal games, and that's about it.
The EPL could have been an email this week.
It's but some of these are very important games. Like we've mentioned before, teams are facing relegation. Some are going for that number 6 spot, which is the Europe Cup.
Yeah.
And then Arsenal basically clinched first place at this rate.
Their next 2 matches are against Burnley and Crystal Palace.
Oh yeah, wasn't it last week that we were saying that that their last 3 games were against bottom feeders? Yeah.
The only one is Crystal Palace that's in the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Which is also 15th place after this week. So.
Yikes.
We're middle of the pack. Now Wednesday Man City plays against Crystal Palace. That is going to be a tough game for Crystal Palace due to the fact that Man City is just
okay. Palace, next 2 weeks for Palace are looking like Man City, 2nd place, Arsenal, 1st place.
Yeah, whoever scheduled this didn't like them.
The final week is just just ass whooping.
Yeah, it's just big brother, little brother.
And then on Friday the 15th, Aston Villa plays Liverpool. And then we don't have any games till Sunday, where Man United plays Nottingham Forest at 5:30. Now these next 4 games, just so I don't say it 4 times, are all at 8 in the morning Central Time. Brentford plays Crystal Palace. Everton plays Sunderland. Leeds plays Brighton. Wolves plays Fulham. Wolves versus Fulham? I don't know what's going to happen.
Soccer. Maybe.
No.
It's 11th place versus 18th.
I am predicting. I'm predicting 2 own goals.
2 own goals.
1 from each side.
I don't care if it's 1 from each side or if somebody takes the initiative and scores 2 on their own. There are going to be 2 own goals in that game. I'm predicting it now.
Newcastle versus West Ham at 10:30 in the morning.
I'm not waking up for these.
Monday, May 18th, Arsenal is playing Burnley, as Jay said earlier. That's going to be a tough awakening, or Arsenal's going to lose one. I don't know.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, Bournemouth plays Man City, and Chelsea plays Spurs, which should be an easy win for Chelsea, honestly.
Since when has should be ever actually
it should be an easy win, but for the last week, Chelsea, out of the 5 matches, Chelsea has lost 4 and drawn their last 1.
Yeah, they've been on a slump too, and if they keep going, they might actually get out of the top 5.
They are. They're in the 9th place.
Oh yeah, so it's just bad right now. Now, here's my issue with the soccer. I'm tired of people faking. Me as a soccer player for recreational purposes. I'm no professional.
Really?
Yeah. I'm tired of playing soccer and people going, so you're a faker. Well, no, I am not. But it's kind of hard to defend myself when you watch TV and you see soccer and you see them just flop when you tickle their nose.
How do you think I feel watching basketball right now?
Not fair with all the things happening.
The thing is, this is a result of referees just being not calling fouls if people didn't play them up.
Yeah, well, that's... I mean, this is going back to just, officiating just generally, where it's in every sport.
Yeah.
Right? we like the three of us, we played different sports, we played various sports, right? Like it really is like you can get smacked, tripped, friggin' headlocked, but if you don't like go, oh, woe is me, they're not gonna call it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So that it's just now boiled down to, oh, he brushed my nose. I'm on the ground now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try some.
He looked at my left shoulder wrong. Ugh.
Yeah, so like it is the result of officiating just being, hey, that's not a foul when it was clearly a foul. And that just getting watered down to now it's clearly not a foul.
Yeah.
But they're playing it up, so they're gonna call it.
It annoys me in such a different way too, because I used to officiate.
Yeah.
Like I used to be a referee for some kids community basketball. And like I consider myself like a decent ref who'd like call pretty fair. I mean that's what most parents and like some of the other refs would say too. But getting young officials to actually learn how to officiate properly and like lead, because it is a profession, right? And to actually like work up to that profession, be proper officials, it is so hard as a young kid trying to like do this because you have players and parents on your ass the moment you're there. So like refs and stuff like it's so hard to train them properly nowadays.
Yeah,
so I'm not surprised that you have these officiating issues at these levels.
Yeah, because sometimes during these sports, not the opponent isn't the enemy number one; it's the referee.
Yeah. Right? I mean, how many times do you see on social media, oh, my team is down in a playoff series? Oh, it's the other team and the refs against my team. Actually, that's the funny thing. Before the Habs and Sabres game 4, that was something that maybe you saw on social media, was somebody posting of like, oh, the referees look good in their Montreal Canadiens jerseys tonight.
Yeah, it was a guy I used to work with when I used to be on the East Coast, and he's a big Buffalo guy, but he's a blind fan.
Yeah.
So like his team can do no wrong kind of deal. I love the guy. He's a fun guy, but sometimes you look at him and you're like, okay, bud,
He's up a little.
My guy does this to your guy, and you're beating him up. Your guy does it to my guy, and he's like, oh no, clean hit. As he's like tomahawking him with the goalie stick, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I think like our podcast, we don't really try to like get on these controversial topics, but I feel like we're in a pretty good discussion here. But like, you see it so often nowadays, and it's across all sports, like soccer and basketball especially nowadays. But you see it everywhere, like the flopping, the reacting to minimal contact or minimal hits.
And it's even worse now because they got slow-mo.
Yeah, they
to
have
see
replay.
You when it's actually legit and when it's not.
Yeah.
And like some of those, you're like, okay, it's close. Like if you're a ref, it's high speed. Okay, I can get it. But there's some of these that I'm like, how as a ref can you fall for that?
I can tell you now, the amount of pressure that referees go through in a game is a lot higher than anybody really imagines looking at it from the stands.
As well as you have to keep in mind the people that are there at the stadium. They can and will jump the fence.
Yeah. Because the thing is as a referee, there are never enough referees on a field of play.
No.
So like I know this is the international episode, but I'll go back to sort of like the sports and examples that I know best. So like on an NHL rink, you have 2 linesmen and 2 officials.
Yeah.
Right. So you have four officials officiating, 10 skaters, 2 goalies, and another 30 guys on the bench.
Yeah.
Right? That's a lot to keep track of for 4 pairs of eyes. You look at basketball, you usually have 3 referees. You have 10 guys sprinting up and down the court. You don't really have to worry about like benches that much in basketball because when they do substitutions, it's a stop of play. But like you are looking for hits away from the ball, hits near the ball. You're looking for where guys' feet are. You're looking for they took too many. Like there's so much to look for. There's never.
Well, let's just take the Premier League. They got one ref in the middle, and then they got
And
one
two
on
lines.
both sides.
3 refs for a field the size of what soccer
Football. Yeah.
soccer is, and there's a total of 20 guys running around with a ball.
22 plus the goals.
Yeah. The thing about soccer is that you're they're kind of lucky because a lot of the action does happen around the ball.
Yeah.
But you can still have a dozen guys around the ball, and you're trying to look for everything.
And because football isn't really a contact sport, not really.
Well,
It's very physical, but you're not allowed to just
no, you're not attacking
dudes. Actually, talking about that, you remember that video I sent you? And it's so the caption for the video is, "This is the cleanest red card I've ever seen."
Yeah.
So all you see in the beginning, all you see in the beginning is the guy giving the red card. He's like, "No, what are you talking about? It's not a red." Then you see the replay, and they're both running, and then this guy turns around, and the guy who's chasing him absolutely winds up and punches him in the face.
Just full of haymakers.
And I'm looking at this video 2-3 times, showing my coworker who knows nothing about sports, and he goes, "I don't think you're allowed to do that in soccer." And I was like, "In fact, you know this in soccer is amazing." But I'm like, "No." He's like, "What is he complaining about?" "Oh, he's getting ejected." He's like, well, yeah. He was like,
"What sport?"
I was like, how do you punch a guy in the face, then go to the ref, cover your eyes, go, "What are those?" and then try to have an explanation to why am I getting a red for punching this guy full throttle in the face?
Well, and players in all sports have been kind of babied at this point. A lot of players just feel like they can get away with anything to the point where they kind of just forget the sins that they've committed on the field and just go, "If I've been playing with the official enough, I will get something out of it."
Keep in mind the way that Argentina won the most classic World Cup, hand of God from Maradona.
Yeah. A handball that was missed, in the penalty area.
Yep.
So
my guy legitimately just, instead of heading the ball, just went back.
And they missed it. And they missed it.
Yeah. Well, before we go even further into Crash Out, you want to go to Crash Out Land?
Yeah, I say we go to the sports where we technically don't have officials.
We have officials, which I'm gonna get into it about.
Oh, brilliant!
Because this weekend it was dog shit the way that they actually did.
We manifested it, Chris.
So I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'll just fucking start with it.
Okay.
Because the segue is nice. LEC happened this weekend.
Oh, their schedule was actually scheduled some games?
Yeah, so these were the final regular season games for LEC.
Already?
Yeah. Playoffs start next weekend. The matches happened. G2 versus KC. G2 taking the series 2-0. MKOI versus Giants X 2-0.
Who?
Koi.
Okay.
Giants X versus G2. G2 take the series 2-0.
For who?
Me.
Brother, I just said G2, my guy. Okay. You're half asleep. You passed your bedtime.
Okay.
Old man.
K-Corp versus MKOI. Now here's a little bit of a kicker.
Okay.
MKOI steal a game.
Okay.
So K-Corp win the series 2-1.
For who?
I'll have to throw him out the door.
Giant X versus K-Corp. Guess the winner.
K-Corp.
Should be Giant X.
It should be K-Corp because they're undefeated up until now.
Oh, are they? Oh, okay.
Giant X take the victory 2-1. G2 versus Movistar Koi. Now here's where
it would be G2.
Koi win it 2-1.
Okay.
And here's where the officiating that I'm about to be mad about happened.
Oh, lovely.
So there was a team fight in game 2. G2 took game 1. There was a
they left their
no.
Fought or in the game?
In the game there was a 5v5 that was happening around Dragon Day.
I'm still learning the terms.
Yeah, you're getting there. You're getting there.
Broken Blade is playing Ornn.
Uh-huh.
He has the enemy ADC in support right in front of him at the red buff wall.
Okay.
He presses E on the red buff wall.
Mm-hmm.
The two people don't get knocked up.
Okay.
They should be knocked up.
Okay, so they were in the circle.
They were like literally right next to him.
Okay, the game just bugged.
The game bugged, the knockup didn't happen, and then the ADC for K-Corp goes on to one-shot the mid laner and ADC for G2.
Yeah.
A pause happens. There's no chrono break.
Oh, they just decided to ignore the bug.
Mm-hmm. And said that wouldn't have changed the result of the fight.
I'm sorry, I think it would. CC on the ADC changes everything.
It was Yunara Lulu that should have been CC. A Lulu ult wouldn't have happened. A polymorph wouldn't have happened. Yunara wouldn't have one-shot Azir Ezreal.
Yeah, that's a lapse of judgment.
And the reason that they gave for that was the cost of the chrono break would be too much financially.
Like, for their league?
Because this was a roadshow and it was happening in a stadium, they would have had to essentially roll back servers.
Interesting. Okay.
So that was the reason that they gave. The cost for the chrono break would be exceeding the limit.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So they weren't willing to change a blatant, bug and changeable. It's not an offense. None of the players fucked up. The game just broke.
Yeah.
But oh no, we can't rewind the game.
5 seconds.
5-10 seconds at most.
Yeah. As well as now, keep in mind, a chrono break happened earlier this season with MCoy being at the center of it again, where a known bug. Now, in LoL esports, every week the teams get a list, an Excel sheet of known bugs in the game that if they happen, the officiating might be this is ignored. The Ornn bug that happened was not in the notes. Previously, there was a bug on Talia wall that mid laner for MCoy got kicked off of. That was a known bug. It was in the Excel sheet, and they chrono break for that. They rebound the game 10 seconds for that, and they won the match from it.
Yeah.
And that was the only loss Vitality had this season.
Yeah, this seems like some this feels like some bias. And I do understand that it's a road show and there are extra things that they have to take into account for. And maybe they're right. Maybe it would just cost them too much. But at the same time, if you can put on these road shows, you can afford to chrono break 10 seconds.
Brother, you're paying $20 million for a spot.
That's the other thing. That's the other thing. There's no way chrono breaking 10 seconds back with your servers or whatever is going to cost you that much.
Right?
There's no way.
So, with that being said, the playoff brackets are out. It's going to be Vitality versus MCoy, the rematch of the chrono breaks.
Lovely.
For match 1, and match 2 is K-Corp versus G2. Now, the loser of match 1, Vitality versus MCoy, is going to play Na'Vi in the lower bracket, and the loser of KC G2 is going to play GX.
Okay. So are they doing the whole upper bracket, lower bracket staggered kind of thing?
Yeah.
Where you can win your way back into the upper bracket kind of thing? Okay.
Yeah. Now, LCK isn't doing that.
They're just doing straight knockout?
It's a single elimination, top 6 teams.
Okay. Top 6?
Yeah.
Oh, so top 2 get a bye to the semis kind of thing? Okay.
Top 2 get a bye to round 2.
Yeah.
And the bottom 4 duke it out.
And you said that was for LCK, right?
That was for the LCK. Speaking of LCK last week, there was a bit of an upset. Oh. From who? Sorry.
That's an interesting game for a new team.
Yeah. Bros cooking Nongshim, the noodle boys.
No, they're my noodle boys! No!
As well as T-Rex.
Oh,
went 4-0 last week.
The Brotax.
The Brotax was claimed, Bro climbing up to 6th place.
They
in the standings.
There's no world where Bro should be above 8. What do you mean they're up to 6?
They are 5-7 in match score.
Interesting.
I mean, their extremely dedicated fan base is going to be very happy, I suppose.
Yeah. KRX took a game off of Genji.
Okay, I mean...
They also took a game off of Hanwha Life.
No, you see, that's more surprising.
Dun dun dun.
T1 finding their form again against Damwon 2-0. Now, I looked at the games. It looked like they were playing for fun.
Oh no, we've got Happy Gaming T1 back.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll see how long it lasts.
I have named their top juggle duo Donor.
Why does it donate bounties up to the other?
I saw their topside tower dive yesterday. Brother, they got kited by Mininar. This is a Xinjiao. This is a Xinjiao Kasante that got kited by Mininar.
Can we put this into NHL terms here?
Two really big linebackers got outran by a really, really small dude.
2 defensemen are passing the puck back and forth in their own zone before one of them accidentally passes it to the one guy on the opposite team waiting at the blue line. And he one-times it at your goalie who's not expecting it.
Essentially in 2011.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, that happened. But Faker is having fun. He's found his champion pool of 3 champions.
The old man is figuring it out.
Old man has figured it out that he just needs to play global all champions.
Oh, so he's like our buddy.
He's just playing Galio, TF, and then randomly Akali.
The occasional rise. yeah, makes sense.
He's just saying, "Fuck the lane. I'ma show up to a bot lane 2v2 fight.
I'm a lose lane, but I will make something happen elsewhere. My lane is not my problem. Your lane, however.
LCS, they played this weekend as well.
Wow! Well, I'm sorry. That is such a funny way to open it. LEC had all these games and are on to the playoffs, and LCK's got playoffs, and their teams are figuring out, and LCS played.
Well, keep in mind, all of these regions are going into their playoffs / road to MSI. LC has all of the teams at LCS have played 6 matches.
Yeah, they're not going to be ready for MSI or any of the international competition. That's why I've always had a bone to pick with the LCS. They don't play enough games.
They played 4 matches over the last entire week.
That's nuts. LCK plays 4 matches in 2 days.
LCK is 2 matches a day for 5 days a week.
Yeah. Anyways.
But yeah. So, Shopify Rebellion versus Sentinels. Sentinels take their series 2-0. Dignitas versus Disguised. Disguised take the series 2-0. Dignitas looking real bad with 0-6.
Yeah.
Fly versus C9. C9 take the series 2-1. I'm pretty sure Fly is going to make a video about how C9 is winning esports.
Oh, probably.
And Lion versus Team Liquid. Lion take the series 2-1.
Wow, Lion's actually won something.
Yeah.
Oh no, Lion's been doing good.
Lion's been doing good. There was just a bit of a drama where their mid laner told their jungler Inspired to shut the fuck up while playing the video game. During the match. Because Inspired was game reviewing during the game.
I know we're not on to video right now. I really wish we were, because Miggy just looks like he looks like the highly energetic kid who got told to sit down and shut up and sit in the corner and think about what you've done.
Inspired was essentially, in normal sports terms, writing the coach notes while he's on the ice. Yeah. So their mid laner, who's a Korean import in perfect English, just told him to shut up, play the game.
That's quite the thing to tell the guy in your team who you've all agreed to be the voice of the team.
Yeah. But also, like, Inspired shouldn't be doing that in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is it for me. I'm skipping LPL because nothing interesting happened.
Oh, wow. The largest
Roster of teams.
Just nothing happened?
It's all 2-0 across the board except for like 2 matches.
Like, it's all like all the expected teams?
All the expected teams, all top 5, won against bottom 5.
Oh, yeah, okay. Usually I'd be, we should tell these scores anyways, but I mean, yeah, that's pretty boring.
Yeah.
That's even worse than all of the blowouts in rugby.
Yeah, all the top 5 won against bottom 5, and none of the very bottom 6 played.
Yeah.
So nothing happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's it.
With that done, and Miggy looking extremely bored, and Jay being done with his league, and no more crash outs from you today.
No more crash outs for tonight.
Cool. I think we're done for tonight. We're done for the week, boys.
Let's close it out, boys.
We will see you guys in week 20.
Yep.